Hello, welcome to Jason the Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking to you here in my basement in the great state of Kansas, and I am back from a long time, from a long hiatus to come back and do some more videos. If you haven't noticed, I haven't been doing videos for a while, and there's a good reason. My electricity in my house, I've been having a lot of trouble with it. I think I've spoken on the channel before. It keeps going in and out. And I have to reset the breaker to get the power back on. And I've had electricians come out a couple times and couldn't tell what was going on exactly. And I knew it was something to do with the breaker box. But finally, I couldn't, the electricity went out and I couldn't get the electricity to come back on, resetting the breaker box. So this time I was like, okay, we definitely need an electrician to come out and replace this breaker box, which I kind of thought we need to anyways. So it took 11 days for our rental company to finally get an electrician to come out and fix it. And the electrician came out today and put a new breaker box in, and now electricity is back on. It works. So it's been a long 11 days, a week and a half or so of no electricity. It's been, really terrible trying to survive without electricity. Somehow I did it. Of course, it helps when you have to go to work for 12 hours. 3 days a week, you can spend a lot of time at work and charge everything. I could charge as much as I could there. Anyway, so yeah, it's been crazy week and a half. Wondering if I'm ever gonna get electricity again. And man, so excited that I got electricity back in. And definitely, it's been a long time coming. I haven't done a video in such a long time, and I hate not doing videos. A couple of videos each week, and also, God, I feel so bad about all the people I was planning on collaborating with. I had to tell them that I couldn't do anything till I get this fixed. So apologizes to everybody that I was supposed to collaborate with and had to delay it. So hopefully I can get back to doing some more collaboration videos with some of my friends and get back to normal and get back on track here. So I wanted to make a video tonight. This is late night, on Tuesday night. And but I want to do a video, make a comeback here, and I thought I'd do a simple video of showing off some vinyl that I bought recently. I haven't been able to listen to it because I didn't have electricity. So hopefully I can start listening to these, and give a better review of them. But yeah, I'll show off some things I bought. I bought one item at Walmart, and I was looking at Walmart, and I had to get this when I saw it, and that was Hotel California by the Eagles. Obviously, one of their biggest records and one of the biggest records of all time. Love this fold out of the hotel there. Really awesome. Yeah, so happy I got to, this is one I definitely have been wanting for a while. And so when I saw it at Walmart, I was like, oh yes, I definitely have to get this. What an absolutely amazing album. It was in my 100 favorite, my 100 favorite albums list. I've already talked about it on there. But to be honest, it's gone up for me. Last time I listened to this album, I was like, you know what? This should be higher on my list. I don't know. I thought this was almost kind of an overrated album, almost a little bit. Like, I thought, I kind of like Desperado a little bit better, is what I thought but I've gone through all the Eagle albums lately, and man, their discography is absolutely amazing. Like, there's a lot of great albums. And when I went through Hotel California again, I was like, I don't know why I'm lowballing this album. This is an amazing album. I give this a 10 out of 10. This is one of the perfect albums, I think, in my opinion. And it's got my favorite Eagles song on it, which is Hotel California. It's got one of the greatest double guitar solos of all time. Absolutely love that song. I'm trying to look for the track list, but I don't see it on here. But I mean, New Kid in Town, always love that song. Life in the Fast Lane, it's a nice rocker, really good rock riff there. I think it's called The Last Resort or something like that. It was a really great song towards the end. And even some of the lesser known songs are actually still decent songs. So when I re-listened, I was like, man, there's so many great songs. And even the songs I thought were weaker are still really good. So definitely, one of my favorite albums. Definitely be higher on my list next time I do the list. In the album, I get a little poster here. Always like getting posters. I have to put on my wall at some point, but we get the band here. What a great lineup. Adding Joe Walsh from the state of Kansas, I might add. Him and John Fielder, I love them too as the two main guitar players. One of my favorite lineups probably of the Eagles. Um, Besides, Randy Meisner as the bass player, was it Glenn Fry's guitar player and singer and songwriter. And I'm forgetting the name of the drummer. He's he's the probably most famous out of all of them. Great singer and songwriter himself, and a good drummer as well. Also, you get this. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like a lanyard. You can put it like around your neck. I guess I'm not sure what I would use it for, but it's kind of cool. Cool add on. But yeah, that's the new album, new record that I kind of got. Everything else is used albums that I got at the vintage stock store, which it sells old vinyl, and you also find old CDs and old movies and stuff like that for really cheap. So I was really antsy because I was sitting at home with nothing to do because there's no electricity and there's not a lot to do when you don't have electricity. And so I was like, man, I need to go out and do something. So I went to vintage stock and just kind of, I don't know, I just had to. It's like when you go, it's like I can't go home empty handed. I have to buy something. It's a handful of stuff. And there's some records I see there that I'm like, I'm not sure I want this. And so I don't buy it. And then I come back, I'll look through the stacks again and I'll go, there's that album again. It's like, and I'm not sure, but I'm like, I might as well buy it. I keep coming back and it's still there. So some of these are ones that I'm like, some of these are blind buys. Some of these are albums I've actually never listened to, but they have like a song I like on it. So I'm like, I'll buy it. Hopefully the album's good. We'll see. I haven't listened to some of these, but and some of them I'm like, they look just like fun albums that would be fun to have in the collection. Sometimes I buy stuff just to have in my collection, but one of the things I buy, and you'll see the sticker here, and sometimes, of course, you're just like, these are so cheap, might as well buy it kind of thing. But I got Carpenter's The Singles for $2. You see there on the thing, so not bad. $2 for this vinyl. It's kind of like a best of. Get a fold out. There's the Carpenter siblings, Karen and her brother. I like the Carpenters quite a bit. They have a lot of great songs, a lot of nice pop, easygoing songs. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I'd love to listen to some like best of. I don't know much about their albums, but I was like, I wouldn't mind listening to like a compilation album. So this is pretty good. I guess so these are singles that they put out. I mean, We've Only Just Begun. Great song. Top of the World. Great. Ticket to Ride. I know they did a Beatles cover here. I don't know if I've heard that cover before, but be interesting to see. I've heard some people say they like it. Superstar, great song. Rain Days and Mondays, great song. Goodbye to Love, I don't know. Second Side, I don't really know a lot of these songs, except for Lay Long to Be Close to You is another classic. So there's actually a lot of stuff here I haven't listened to, so we'll see some really great stuff. The sticker actually is covering part of the album. I kind of hate these stickers because it's hard to take off, but I'm just not realizing. Let me take it off here. Oh, it went right off. All right. So this is 69 to 73. Okay, so I didn't even see that part when I bought the album because the price stickers covering it. But so these are singles from 1969 to 1973. So I'm guessing that's like kind of their peak period. So yeah, it'd be interesting to listen to that. Some good Carpenter stuff. All right, this doesn't have a price sticker on it, but I know I didn't pay too much on it. But this is Henry Mancini conducts the London Symphony Orchestra in the concert of film music. So this is a film scores, basically old film scores. And I love a good film score. Of course, I'm a big fan of more like John Williams and James Horner, and some other ones I'm not thinking on top of my mind. But, I do love a great film score. And Henry Mancini was actually, one of the great film score, conductors as well, and did a lot of good music. So interesting to have him conduct, of course, the London Symphony Orchestra. So this is kind of one of the things like, this might not be anything special, but I was like, it was for not very much money, if I remember right, and could be cool. I don't know. We'll see. Got some interesting songs here. I mean, Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet. I think I've heard that before. It's pretty good. Love Theme from The Godfather. Godfather's a great score. Let's see. A lot of these I don't really know, to be honest, so it'll be interesting to get through them. Um, we got some disaster movies like Earthquake, The Tower Inferno, and Jaws. Jaws I know is actually, another really good score, so that'd be interesting. Theme from Love Story. The Love Story theme is great, so I like that there. But that's the only ones I really know that well. Most of these I don't know, so we'll see if this would be a good buy or not. But again, if I bought for cheap, not out too much money. All right, I do love a good musical. So there's I see a lot of movies and musical albums at the vintage stock store. And that's the one, again, I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of South Pacific, but there's some good music here. And so I thought for only, was it $3? Okay, I'll add another musical to my collection. I have Fiddler on the Roof. I have Jesus Christ Superstar already. I have West Side Story. I just bought actually from Vintage Stock the last time I was there. So I have some. So I do love to build up my musical vinyl. So this isn't from the movie. This is from the Broadway musical. This is the original Broadway cast. So figure it must be pretty good. It's the original Broadway cast. I don't know these actors actresses here, but it's a Rodgers Hammerstein musical. The movie itself I've seen before, and I think it's kind of boring, except there are some really good songs as well. I don't know if I show the back there. There's the back of the Broadway musical there. I don't know if this has any song, but I know one, what's it called? Some Enchanting Evening is a really great song. Younger Than Springtime, really good song. Nothing Like a Dame. Maybe it has Wash Him Right Out of My Hair. There's still some pretty good stuff here. I'd be interested in listening to. Like I said, love good musical. Add to the list. Usually I like to get the movies, but it's like Broadway. It's got to be pretty good, right? Okay, this is a blind buy that I was like, I like the group, so I'll buy this and hopefully it'll be a pretty interesting album. That is, it's called Ragdoll from the Four Seasons. Says featuring Ragdoll and Ronnie and 10 other brand new hit songs. Also featuring On Broadway Tonight, the theme of the popular television show, and sung by the Four Seasons each week. Yeah, so Four Seasons, I really like the Four Seasons. They have a great sound. I haven't really listened to any of their albums, but I've heard all their big singles. I saw the movie Jersey Boys, which is a really good musical, actually. Really got me onto the Four Seasons. When I saw that musical, I was like, wow, there's a lot of good songs from the Four Seasons. Like, I didn't realize how many hits they had. One of the big harmony groups of the 60s period that really was big before the Beatles got on stage, but then also was still pretty big even after the Beatles. So they didn't really have to change their sound too much. They had a really popular sound at the time. But Ragdoll's another great song from them. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, Ragdoll, that's a big hit single. Wouldn't mind at least have that song on here. Save It For Me, I think I've heard that song before. If I remember right, it's a pretty good one. Everything else I've never heard of, but who knows, it's Four Seasons. Hopefully they can make it sound good. Looks like Ronnie must be a hit song in here, and On Broadway Tonight was a big thing, so we'll see. If anybody knows this album, you can tell me in the comments if that's a good one or not. I also really like Christmas albums. I love collecting Christmas vinyl. Is another thing. I have several vinyl on Christmas, and it's always fun seeing some of these old. Last time I got Brenda Lee's Christmas album, which was pretty good. I actually quite enjoyed that. It had one of her big song on there, Rock Around the Christmas Tree, I think was. This is Christmas with Glen Campbell. I didn't know Glen Campbell had a Christmas album, but and I'm like a fairly big fan of Glen Campbell. He's got a lot of good stuff. And so I was like, Glen Campbell, Christmas, what's not to like? I'll try it. It says, and the Hollywood Pops Orchestra with the Voices of Christmas. Interesting, he's not really smiling here. I don't know what that face is. It looks like, hey, Glenn, just make whatever face you want. We'll just plaster you on with the Christmas tree. Pretty generic looking cover. Glenn Campbell and a Christmas tree. He probably doesn't know. He probably shot that and didn't know there was gonna be a Christmas tree behind him. They just put it on, placed it right behind, right in front of a Christmas tree picture. But we have I'll Be Home for Christmas. There's No Place Like Home. It Must Be Getting Close to Christmas. Never heard that one. That might be original. I don't know. The Holly and the Ivy, Jingle Bells, Up on the Housetop, Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Kind of a medley there. Adis Fidelis. I'm not sure what that is. First Noel. Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. It's a really good song. I don't hear that too often on Christmas albums. Silent Night, classic. And Glenn tells a story of the night before Christmas. So I think we're going to get a story time at the end where he's probably going to just narrate the story. So yeah, that's okay. That's interesting. I'm not sure when this came out. But I think somewhere in the 70s is probably when he was hitting a lot of his big hits. I don't see when it came out. That'd be interesting. I have to look that up. It's a Capitol record, anyways. But yeah, be interesting seeing see how Glenn Campbell is at singing Christmas music. I don't think I've heard him sing really Christmas songs, but should be pretty good. All right, this is another Blind Buy. And this is an album I keep seeing at the vintage stock, and I keep thinking about buying it. I was like, it has one really good song on it that I really love, and I don't know any of the other songs, so I'm like, do I buy it just for one song and hope for the best? And that's what I did with this. This is Brooklyn Bridge. That's the name of the band. It must be named the album too. Probably never heard of it. I never really heard of the band Brooklyn Bridge, except for I heard one song that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite songs actually, and that is Worst That Could Happen, which is the first song on here. Worst That Could Happen, amazing song. The main vocalist, I forget his name, he's a really good singer, the guy there, and here's a picture of the band. And this guy here is the lead singer. But really a lot of members. They have a horn section. They have a female singer as well. I know, I love the outfits there. But yeah, and the rest of the band that plays the instruments there. So they have a really cool, like, full band here. Wish I can see Johnny Maestro, I guess, is the main singer anyways. I think he'd go on to have a solo career as well. But I guess he was in a band called Brooklyn Bridge, which probably didn't have a lot of, maybe this is the only album they had. I don't know if they had a lot of albums or probably only one hit. But Worst Can Happen, great song. The guy can really sing, so I'm kind of interested in seeing what else he can provide on this album, like I said. So we'll see. But again, blind buy, but $5. Why not? All right. Here I got another Henry Mancini album. This is Henry Mancini Presents the Academy Award Songs. 31 Oscar winners. That must be a picture of Henry Mancini there. And this was only 99 cents. So this was definitely one where I'm like, do I want this? But I was like, $1. Why not? It couldn't hurt, right? I love musical scores. So I thought, this is cool. I'll get these musical scores. Plus, these are Academy Award, or these are songs, I guess. These are Academy Award songs. And I'm a big Oscar guy, big Academy Awards historian, I guess you can say. And so I was like, it feels like this is perfect for me to have in my collection. Songs from the Academy. We got stuff like Moon River. It's a really good song there. On the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Actually a pretty good song. That's from the Harvey Girls with Judy Garland. It's actually a pretty good musical. And Atchison's Atchison, Kansas, which I've been to Atchison, Kansas recently. And Topeka is Topeka, Kansas. So there's two Kansas towns there. And then Santa Fe, New Mexico, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool. Gigi from the movie Gigi, I've heard. It's a pretty good song. Whatever Will Be, Que Sera Sera, which, won best song. These all, I'm guessing, won best song maybe. I'm pretty sure they have, now that I think about it. Because it says 31 Oscar winners, so these are old Oscar winner songs these are all from like the 50s period, I would say. We got White Christmas, one of the biggest songs of all time. Baby It's Cold Outside, which you might not know, that was an Oscar-winning song. Baby It's Cold Outside. For what movie, I don't remember, but the side two, you got Days of Wines and Roses, a really good song from the movie with Jack Lemmon. Mona Lisa, great song from Nat King Cole. When You Wish Upon a Star, great song from Pinocchio is on here. And Zippity Doodah, which is from a Disney movie that you can no longer find because it's deemed racist. So interesting that we have the song. I have the song here, Zippity Doodah. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. It's like Songs from the South. Yeah, never seen it. Of course, you can't find the movie really. You got High Noon. Yeah, that's a good one. This is a double album evidently, 'cause that's side 2 of record 1. Record 2, we got Three Coins and Fountains, pretty good from the movie. Over the Rainbow, I mean, come on, one of the greatest songs of all time from Wizard of Oz. Chim Chim Cheree, another great song from, pretty sure that's from Mary Poppins. A lot of these songs are pretty short too. A lot of them are like barely over a minute, it seems like, or 2 minutes long. Love Is Many Splintered Thing, that's a good song that's from a movie of the same name. The Way You Look Tonight, I've heard that. I think it's a duet, pretty good duet. Thanks for the Memory, I think it's a Bob Hope song that he sang a lot. Like every USO tour, he sang this song. So he kind of came synonymous for that song. But yeah, so actually a lot of good, cool old songs. I'm actually kind of excited to kind of hear this in my collection. All right, looks like I got one more album to talk about. And again, love musicals. So I was like, I'm not like the hugest fan of these musicals, but for $1, why not? And we get 2 for the price of 1. So this has 2 musicals in it. We have Showboat and Annie Get Your Gun. I've seen both movies. I would say Annie Get Your Gun I like a little bit better, with Betty Hutton, Howard Keel, from around 1950, 51 era. Showboat, maybe around that time too. And yeah, definitely around that time. Yeah, Kathryn Grayson, Ava Gardner, Howard Keel again. So in both movies. I said Showboat I saw not that long ago, and I'm not super crazy about it, except it has one song I absolutely love, Old Man River. Old Man River is one of the great musical numbers. You have to listen to that song and listen to the lyrics. It's some of the great lyrics I've ever heard, and also singing wise, because it's a song that starts slow and then builds up. Anyways, but great. I don't really know much else than that, but I was like, Old Man River, great song. I have that now on vinyl. So we'll see what else. I don't remember many of the other stuff, but it's kind of cool. This is MGM, one of the great musical studios of the classic, of the golden, the golden era of movies, of Hollywood. And I guess they have a lot of these. It looks like on the back. If I see any more, I'll definitely get more of these. Annie Get Your Gun is a really fun movie, actually, really good. Betty Hutton's really funny in the movie. I recommend that definitely over the other one. Though it does have a song that I'm sure would be there's a number where she sings with Indians or something like that. She's dressed like an Indian, and if I remember right, and that might be like deemed inappropriate nowadays. I wonder now that I think about it. But there's some good stuff here. You Can't Get a Man with a Gun, really, that's a good one. Anything You Can Do is a classic, and then there's no Business Like Show Business. It's kind of the big number from this that is very popular. Yeah, Irving Berlin's evidently written this one of the big, and the other one's Roger, of course. Rodgers and Hammerstein. Some of the great musical lyricists and songwriters and musicians, whatever, of that time period. Anyway, so again, not like the biggest fan of each musical as far as music goes, but still, for $1, I got 2 musicals to add to my list. Let's see, we got it fold out. It just has a couple pictures from the movies, it looks like. But yeah, so yeah, add that to my list. All right, so that's the vinyl I bought recently. I'll be interested, once I listen to them, I can give a better review of them, because I'm kind of interested, because a lot of them are ones I've never listened to. So they definitely be, usually I buy stuff that I really love, but when you go into, when you're buying old, used albums, on vinyl. It's like, it's sometimes you just take a chance because they're just so cheap, and it's kind of fun to discover something and go, maybe I'll like it. We'll see. But yeah, please comment if you know any of these albums that I've talked about, and tell me if you like them or not, or what you think. Love to hear any comments, read any comments that you have, and great to be back. Definitely be doing more videos now that I got my power back on this week. So stay tuned for all of that anyways. And just thank you for anybody that's waited this long for me to come back. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking it. Thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate all of you. Hope you have a good day.